I was watching oh man, I cannot remember the name of it, but it's it's on Amazon and it's basically like a Groundhog Day type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And the map of tiny perfect things or something like that. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty good. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm wondering how they're gonna like get out because there's always like a into the time loop thing, and then whatever the consequences are, like
Yeah,
how it ends. But it's pretty cool because which they did another one of these with Andy Samberg not too long ago,
yeah.
where the
Palm Springs.
yeah, Palm Springs, where they were stuck in it together.
Yeah, yeah,
And so it was like a couple, a duo. And that was a fun twist to it because, Groundhog Day is always one of the hardest things that he's alone.
Yeah, he's alone.
And there's been several different versions of it, but most of them it's one person.
Yeah,
And this one starts off with one person, but then, like, he finds out that someone else is into it. And I think we talked about this a little bit. I can't remember if it was on the podcast or not. Maybe. But anyways, I was watching a little bit more of it this week, and I don't know the time, like knowing like you said him like knowing the future remind me of it because there's stuff that the main character in the movie does where he like catches somebody when they're falling or he like moves a chair or something so they'll fall and sit into the chair and like he just kind of but he's done it. I think at some point he says it's been like 800 days or something. Yeah. And so he's just like it's just so nonchalant for it. Like he doesn't even get praise or anything for it anymore. He's just like yeah whatever. Like he like really affects him to like one dude almost gets hit by a car and he like grabs the back of his shirt and pulls him back a little bit and then the car goes by and he just keeps walking and the guy's like looking around like who did that
Yeah.
But the first it shows like there's a flashback and he's like getting all the praise and adoration for it and then he by the 800 days like he's doing it but it's just like whatever man like he's like I'll do it because it's I guess I should but like who cares and then obviously he goes through the day where he doesn't help any like he gets tired of it and so he just like lets everything happen and it's so what I am interested to see like what the final what the thing is about it because at the moment they're doing the thing where like the girl likes being stuck in the time loop and the guy doesn't and so I'm like oh I wonder if she's sick or if somebody she knows is sick or something like I'm trying to figure out what the twist is why she doesn't want to get out and he does like
right
I'm curious to see but it's done pretty well I mean it's a lower budget movie
another one of those that I didn't think of when we did talk about it was isn't it called Poker Face?
I don't know.
Or Russian Doll. Is it Russian Doll?
I don't know.
So and it's the
I can look it up.
Natasha Lyonne, I think, and I think it's a loop. It's like a whole day she's stuck in, and it's really good. And then she realizes
is it a movie.
It's a show, I think, on.
Yep, it is a show.
Yeah,
Russian Doll.
Yeah, Russian Doll. And then at the end of the first season, she realizes there's a guy. Like she's trying to see the point of it all, and then she runs into a guy who either has the same loop, or is like in a reverse loop, and they're like, she's like, oh, like we're supposed to meet, or something. They realize, oh yeah, like because we're the only two that we seem to see that understand what's happening. And so like, okay, are we supposed to like date or what? Like what is? Yeah.
I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff.
No, yeah, she's been in specific types of comedies.
Yeah, I was about to say she isn't the new Poker Face show, but it's a
wow, that's why. Yeah, that's why that was in my head. But yeah, no, Russian Doll is really good. I don't know who made it, but it's awesome. And then
it looks pretty good.
I
think it's second now.
Yeah, so I think there's a second season. I only made it a bit into that before I got distracted. Not because it was bad. I was just doing something else. I think at the time.
There's 15 episodes.
Okay,
but that was on Netflix. Huh.
Yeah. Well, so then she figures out stuff about it. I think in the second season where she can travel in time or something, or within a dimension or something, and then she goes back to where her mom was young, and she tries to like dissuade her from like smoking or I don't know whatever it was. Like
you know who one of the directors is?
Who?
Leslie Headland.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. She's also the writer. It was created by her and Natasha.
Oh really?
And Amy Poehler.
Yeah. I knew that.
And then a couple people did like random.
Too.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 8 other people that did 1 or 2 episodes, but the main
really, I didn't know that.
The 3 of them wrote all 15.
It's
created.
Very good. I really like that show.
Oh, Leslie Headland didn't write it. She's just a creator and teleplay. but Natasha and Amy both wrote it.
Yeah. It's mainly Natasha's for sure. She's very accomplished at this point.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. I might get into that eventually.
Yeah, it's
so many
another.
things I have to
I just
finish.
didn't for some reason I didn't think of it, but it's another
Yeah.
time loop one. It's doing it very well.
Some that are done very well. Some are done very
Yeah.
well, and then some I'm like,
Mm.
oh, I see exactly
And then-
where this is going.
And then of course Happy Death Day. I like that time loop one too. That one's like the horror twist on it, and so it's funny. And then those movies were about to get into like some quantum physics
Mm-hmm.
stuff for a second. They had some plans for the third one that they started talking about at the end of the second one.
Dude, what's the one? I think it had like Michael J. Fox and the old dude. What's his name?
Yeah, the guy from Chuck.
The guy from Chuck. I'm so glad you brought that in. Because that's exactly the reason that I thought of that in context.
I saw where your brain was
Yeah,
at in there.
I'm so glad that clicked with you too. That's hilarious.
No, so we were looking at some episodes of Chuck, and it was like naming all the guest stars like in capital letters.
Yeah, and
at the end of the synopsis, and like I guess on Paramount. Plus or whatever.
Amazon. Yeah.
Oh, that was on Amazon.
Mhm.
Oh wait, so Monkey Man's on Amazon.
Well, we have the bundle, I think. So
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
I'm
But
not
anyway, so yeah, it was naming all the guest stars, and then it was like in parentheses, Christopher Lloyd is in this episode, and it said Back to the Future.
sure. Yeah.
I was like,
It
or
gave
it was like,
context.
or it was like from Back to the Future.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
nobody else. It didn't do that with anybody
no.
else's.
And I was like, why that one?
Mhm.
Why did you have to give context to that? We know who Christopher Lloyd
Maybe
is.
because it's one of the more famous ones.
Yeah, but that seemed like he
Right.
of all people, like even
He
people that
wouldn't
don't know
even-
actors
yeah.
know Christopher Lloyd.
Right.
But yeah, anyway.
I guess that's not really a time.
That was
loop
me
one, though.
explaining the joke.
This is the part of the podcast that we call explaining the joke.
Yeah, we haven't even started. So
Oh yeah, you got to do the
So,
intro and stuff, man. Throat clearing though.
you need. If this is your first time listening to anything really, then prepare yourself for an audio journey through time, events, stuff, and hilarity. For this is a whole new episode of entertaining nonsense. Thanks in advance for listening. I'm
Yeah.
Ben. This is Andrew.
Yeah, that's. I like the drama.
And yeah, that would be funny.
Very good, man. I like your intro.
Anyway, the next bit is going to be nothing related to that. I'm sure. It will.
And we did the intro 10 minutes in, so it's perfect.
Exactly. That shows you. We're going to quiz you later, but that's going to show who's actually sticking around for this.
I can't wait.
Did you catch the intro?
I can't wait till we do some of these live. That's going to be a lot of fun.
That'll be funny. I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna miss that one, but
I'll miss all of them. No, I think some of the ones that we do, like especially the watch-alongs and stuff, that
yeah.
I'd like to do that. Those live is always better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those are gonna be fun. I
Yeah.
got a little bit of experience with those,
Mhm.
so yeah.
I'm
Especially if it's really late at night, it'll be very good.
so good.
Yeah, those are always the best ones with me and my brother.
Yeah. We need to figure out the TV situation first, though, because that thing's about to be the death of me. Same one. Yeah. TV broke, and we replaced it same day with a much, much smaller TV for like $20.
Mm.
And I was like, ooh, this was the choice. I'm about ready to just go to freaking Best Buy and spend full price on a new one.
What happened to the one that y'all found around here that last time?
They had sold it by the time I messaged them. So,
Yeah.
it's part of it. But, yeah, I was looking at it, and most of the ones for sale are like maybe $60 cheaper than a brand new one. Like that somebody's reselling. People resell TVs for really high. I guess they kind of hold their value. Like, unless something's wrong with it,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a TV being older is super detrimental. As long as it's within like the past couple of years. It's not like it being used as super detrimental. Like, it's not being hit I mean, it could be, but as long as it still fully works.
Once it's come out of the box, that should already drop in a lot.
You would think, but I mean, I guess people are buying it. You know,
Yeah.
you can sell
I
it
guess
for what
that
you can
makes
sell it
sense.
for. Yeah, yeah. Well, and there's a big difference. Like,
Yeah.
there are hundreds of TVs listed that are 40 inches or smaller. that just are there all like from the time that the TV broke a month
Yeah.
ago or whatever. There's some that are still posted that are 40 inches.
Yeah.
The 55 and up, if those get posted, they're gone within like a day.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's a market for
That's fair.
big TVs.
Yeah. People
It seems
don't want to mess around.
Yeah, and
Unless
it's-
it's like a computer monitor or something.
right, gaming
That's probably
stuff.
what
Yeah,
the smaller ones are.
but it seems to be people moving away from and moving to. Like it's just the timing of it seems to be perfect. Like there's people that are moving from, wherever California to
Oh, yeah,
Nashville.
yeah, yeah.
People that are leaving Nashville are selling it, and it's just like they like boom boom, like they just sell it and it goes
Yeah.
right to the person right next door or whatever. It's like wow. But yeah, I don't know. TVs just have resale, man. Resale value. But the watch alongs, even if we still do it on this TV, it'll be fine. It's just the coloring. You've seen it. It's a little wonky.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
I do want to watch Dune 2 on like a nice 55, 60.
You gotta watch Speed Racer on it before you
You get sick of this TV, man. I can watch Speed Racer on my phone and get better resolution.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. But no, yeah. I think live watch alongs, and then we could probably do something else live.
I'd forgotten like about the like HDR or whatever thing is the little touch up that they do with the Apple screens.
I don't even
And
know.
when I looked at somebody's like Android, and I was like, why does it look different? I was like, still high quality, but it's like there's something off about it.
Yeah.
It's like I gotten so used to how these look.
Yeah.
They do something that makes it like
They program
jump
it,
a little bit off the screen. It's weird. I don't know. Like it's very it's a high. No wonder it's like runs out of battery so fast.
Yeah, that'll kill your
They're
battery
like-
watching stuff.
They're like crazy. So like everything looks really high def. Yeah.
My phone's so old. It's not even that old. It's only like almost 2.5 years, 2 years. It's not that old. But the battery life, because I watch so much stuff on it, I got to the point where it's like
Yeah.
I'm lowering. I got to lower the resolution now. Like
Yeah.
I got to start changing the settings to actually compensate for how quick the battery. Dude, I woke up the other day, and I wasn't even doing anything on it. Like I sent a couple text messages. Like I didn't have YouTube up, anything.
Mm.
It went from 90 to 65% in 40 minutes, which seems super fast to me. For not
Wow.
being used,
Yeah.
I was like, it should hold battery for so
Yeah.
I need to go and this was yesterday. This was yesterday. I was like, oh, I need to figure out what's draining. Like something is sucking the
Something
life
is
out of
running.
this.
Yeah.
So I got to go do like a little device cleaning on it probably. But it's also, I feel like phones nowadays, after 3 years, it really starts to,
Oh yeah.
Deteriorate.
It's not supposed to last a year now.
yeah. Which is insane because they're like $1,000.
Yeah.
Not this one.
That hasn't changed, but yeah.
I'll tell you what's prolonged the life of my phones a lot is screen protectors.
Mm.
I would have to get a new phone like every other month if I didn't buy screen.
Oh, I know. I've seen you in phones.
It's already put this one on at the end of June. Yeah, I know. There's
Wow.
3 major crack. I didn't even know this one must have happened today.
Dude, you had that flip phone on the job that one time or whatever, and you were like, oh yeah, this thing is a piece of crap, like it breaks every few seconds or whatever, and then you like open the car door, it falls out of your hand, you go to catch it with your foot and kick it across the driveway, and I was like, what in the heck?
The
and,
series of
and it
events.
broke into like 3 pieces, but you were like you were like,
Yeah.
oh no, it does that, and you just like popped it back in, flapped the other thing on, and you're like, it does that on purpose, and you like threw it on the ground, and it did it again, and then you put it all together, and I was like, what?
My phone was indestructible. It would
really
break,
was.
but it would fit. Like it
Yeah.
would come apart, but you
But it was
just
just
pop the
pieces,
battery back
yeah.
on, and
It was supposed to, yeah.
dude, I miss those phones. The resolution on it was
That's the
terrible.
funniest. Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet.
everyone was like, "Oh no!" I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's fine." Yeah, like, no, it's totally okay.
good.
I literally had every time I could legitimately throw that phone, and I never was worried about
Yeah.
it breaking.
I saw it.
Like I would show people. Yeah, I mean, you saw it many times, but I would show people. Like, no, it won't break. I won money off of that phone.
Really?
I multiple times I bet people $10. They were like, "You won't throw it," and I was like, "Yes, I will." And they're like, $10. I was like, "Okay," and I chucked my phone, took the $10, went and picked it up, worked just fine. It's like 3 times that happened to me.
Wow, that's a good gimmick.
Yeah.
That's one of those.
Like $30? Okay, I'll take
Like,
it.
I know how this works, and you don't.
Yeah. Well, the other thing was people,
No.
even if it didn't break, people were like, "You're not gonna throw your phone."
Right.
It's like, yeah, I will throw this phone. You better believe I will throw my phone for $10. Nowadays, not so much. Flip phone, for sure.
We used to do. We had like the Nalgene's.
Yeah.
That was the first time I knew about Nalgene's was Alert,
Mhm.
and they were like big about that brand, and they were like,
Wow.
"Oh, these are the coolest thing," and you can like drop it off of like a roof and run
Is
it
that
over
why
with a
everybody
car.
like those? Because are they tough?
They're indestructible, yeah.
Oh,
Almost.
okay. I never knew what the draw
Yeah,
was.
they like the test video was like them driving over it with a work truck and like dropping it off like a 4-story building, all this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, it's ridiculous." And so yeah, we would just for fun, like literally, like we take empty ones, like when we were walking around. No, we would like the sidewalk we were on. We would just like see how high we could bounce it. Because the thing that would split was the little plastic cap.
I
Like
was about to
that,
say,
if you hit that wrong, that would break.
it's the one thing that I've never seen fully functional on any Nalgene. Like I have multiple friends that have had these,
Mhm.
and it's the little bendy part on the plastic.
Yeah,
It always broke right in the. And I've
Yeah.
never seen them like. So Zach had one,
Mhm.
and I remember when he bought it, and I remember when the day that the plastic thing broke, because I was like, you were the only person I knew that had a fully functioning like the only one with not a broken piece.
Mm.
Because I guess the plastic obviously isn't indestructible.
Yeah, the plastic was pretty
right-
thin, and
right
like
where that
plus
bend
we would
is. And,
close it and put it on our
Mhm.
carabiners on our belt,
Yep.
and so it would rub a lot,
Yep.
and yeah, it would just tear after a while. Like my current one, it finally snapped, so it's like
Yeah.
So I was like carrying it by the little tab.
Yeah.
Everybody was messing around, but you also like you spin it on that, like
Yeah.
you're always messing with it anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But
It's
never.
fair.
I've never seen somebody have one for more than like a week without that plastic thing breaking.
Dude, I had one of the ones that is it's like 1.5 liters or something. It's the tall, like, have you seen it? It's like the tall one. The normal one is about that tall.
Yeah. It's like 20.
They made one that's just like 1.5 of those
Nice.
tall for no reason, and then it's got the measuring on it too. It's
That's
so funny.
It's so inconvenient.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. It's a joke or something, but I got it at one of the Smash auctions. I was like, yes, I'll take that for $5. That's hilarious.
Wait. Oh, dude, I just remembered.
Probably curl that thing.
I don't think I'm working tomorrow night.
Mm,
I might be up your way tomorrow night.
okay.
Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I just
Okay.
realized that just now. But
Yeah, it sounded like
yeah. I might have some free time. Sweet free time.
nice.
No. So, should we warn people about this episode? I mean, before we get started.
Yeah, graphic language ahead.
No. But I don't think we really have a time limit planned for this one in particular. Because also, for those of you waiting on the edge of your seat for the end of the episode, or those wanting to skip ahead to the Stargate review, there won't be one. This is more of a pocket episode.
Yeah, this one is going to be
Yes.
unique and dropped in randomly in the feed.
Yes. Possibly next.
Yeah.
It might go out of order by like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we are talking about something a little special today.
Mm.
Because timings and things and dates and stuff and people and occurrences.
Don't forget things.
And things. Lots of things. And there was that other one.
Don't say stuff.
Don't say stuff. I love that movie so much. I will watch that movie legitimately like every other month, and Lane doesn't get it. She's like, "Why are you like?"
Yeah.
You watched this already this year, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but it's so funny." It's
Yeah,
so
but not
good.
this week.
Yeah, but not today. Don't say and stuff.
I that's like the main one I think of from that movie now. Like whenever something similar to that comes up, or people are right.
That, and then it's not a quote, and you can't use it yourself anywhere. But the scream that Ryan Gosling does when he fractures his and Ryan also crow he's like no. He like snaps his eye. It's like that's such a unique like blood curdling scream. Like how did he fake that? Like that's a scream that you would actually have if somebody fractured your elbow or whatever. Like that was a good fake scream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like repairs. Yeah, I like active repairs. No, I like that movie a lot. But we are talking about another Ryan's film today. Purpose of the episode.
Segue.
Yeah, and Ryan. Ooh, that's an actor they missed. He's never been in anything, has he? I guess. Has Gosling done a superhero flick? Am I forgetting something?
No, I don't think so.
Huh. I don't think so either.
No.
Like not a cameo or I can't think of anything that he's been in.
No, he probably doesn't care about
No, but you just think by
necessarily.
now,
Yeah,
especially with all the Ryans and Chris's.
You would think like by now he would have been in if
Right.
he would wanted to. So
Mhm.
probably doesn't care to.
No.
He's been doing a lot of like indie, and then he did some more mainstream recently.
Yeah, I mean, he's in plenty of stuff. It's not like he needs to. It's just
Yeah.
kind of curious because I mean, they kind of got most of like they got Matt Damon
Yeah.
to at least cameo in Marvel. They've had Henry Cavill, and I feel like everybody who's in now. Isn't Tom Cruise somebody in one of them? I feel like they put him in makeup for something and made him a character.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, they talked about he was going to be an alternate Iron Man in
Oh, that's right.
Doctor
There was
Strange.
just ads for it. That's right. Yeah, everybody posted the fan stuff.
but Biden was also in was it second Deadpool as the redneck without two different.
Oh yeah, he was the fat
So he
guy.
did like another random
Yeah.
cameo.
That's what I was.
in
Yeah,
that too.
I knew I forgot one, and then Brad Pitt was like the
Mhm.
Vanishing Man or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, Vanisher, and then yeah, I just figured by now, like I figured Ryan Gosling's one of those guys where he's popular enough.
Yeah.
They freaking got Harrison Ford now in the MCU. Like, they reached everybody.
Mhm.
But yeah, no. No, I can't think. I don't think Ryan's been in one. Gosling, that is. Has Ryan Reynolds ever been in a Marvel movie?
Yes. Wait, what do you mean?
Now he has been. I'm just kidding. He hadn't until this
Hello,
year.
Wolverine Orange.
Wolverine. You're right, man. But that was an MCU movie. Has he ever been in an MCU?
Harold and Kumar.
Wait, is that an MCU? Wait, did I miss something?
You didn't know?
I've actually only ever seen the first one.
Okay.
I've never seen
Well,
the
that's the one
Christmas
he's in.
special or anything.
Christmas special's not great.
No. It's the White Castle one, I think, is the one I saw.
That's
It
the
might
first,
not be-
yeah, the
okay,
first one. That's the good one.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
The other two have like callbacks and stuff, but they aren't as good. Guantanamo Bay is the second one, I think.
That's right, yeah.
And then the third one is all about like there's the 3D gimmick they tried to.
Yeah,
when it was
I remember that.
They did all the.
Everything was 3D for like a year. That was weird.
Yep. That was part of that era.
That was like in like Polar Express and all those movies were coming out. They're like, we have the technology. It's terrible, but we have it. Let's make movies with it. It was like,
But we kind of know
it's
something
like
about
10 movies back to back to back that were all terrifying animated movies. Why are all of these scary?
I like Polar Express.
I do not. I hate. Dude, Lane loves it. Shoot, that's her Christmas movie. So my Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's sweet in its own way.
What's your Christmas movie? Like, did y'all have one that y'all watched every year as a family growing up, or do you have one that you're into?
No.
Like some people say Die Hard, which is funny to me, but
Yeah. No, we didn't watch a whole lot anyway, but we definitely didn't watch anything like every year or anything like a thing. Like, I mean, we watched White Christmas a lot.
okay, that's a great one.
Like It's a Wonderful Life. I've seen a lot too.
Okay, so
maybe that would be the closest.
That was
thing
ours. We watched. Mom loved that movie. We watched it
Yeah.
every year for the first 12, 13 years of my life.
Okay.
I've seen that movie legitimately probably 20 times now.
Yeah.
But there's apparently Lane's is Polar Express,
Mhm.
which is awful to me. Like I genuinely do not like that
Really?
movie, and I've had to watch it. We've been together 6 years, 5 years. I've had to watch it at least 4 of those years because we always spend
I
Christmas.
like a lot of the elements, and then I knew, behind the scenes stuff. Even at that age, I was already well aware that it was like, oh, this is Tom Hanks playing like 5 roles,
Right.
And I was like, that's kind of cool, and I was like trying to find the nuances and the
Dude,
the differences.
Nothing about that movie makes any sense.
And then it was musical numbers were cool.
But they're not good musicals. They're like.
But if that's all you know,
Well,
they're kind of they're memorable.
But you know other things now. You can choose.
Yeah, but I had that as a formative thing. So
I guess.
So now
it's got to be that.
Yeah.
Because she absolutely, like I said, that's her. Like we each get our Christmas
Mhm.
movie, and we're like, hey, which one? And
But I mean, it comes from a good book. And everything, it's a cool story.
it's not good. You can have great source material in a terrible movie. Speaking
think
of,
it's bad. It's very simple.
no, I know. it's painful to me. I just don't like it.
It looks bad compared to technology now.
It
But back then it
legitimately has it scared me when I was young watching it. It was not good.
Huh.
I don't know, just the movements aren't. It's too uncanny valley. Like it's too like.
Yeah, it was all they were trying all the new like
Yeah.
mocap
Yeah.
and actor performance stuff, which I thought was really clever. And
No,
stuff, so
yeah, they try. I mean, they didn't.
that was my angle, I
They
guess.
did good with what they had for sure, but
Mhm.
it just wasn't. It just wasn't the result that they were aiming for it. And also the story.
We made fun of the kid with glasses voice, like his.
Yeah,
we would do his voice a
is
bunch.
bad, and also like there's just elements to it that I'm like, what? Like Santa hates poor people. That was one of the things. The dude, one of the kid that had never gotten a present before, wasn't because he didn't believe in Santa. It was because he was poor. I firmly believe that.
You know why that is, right?
Yeah, no, I know why it is. But I interpret it as Santa hates poor kids.
Well, there's a whole movement recently about that, right? They were like,
yeah,
stop. Let's stop saying that Santa gave you the present. Like, say
Yeah.
Santa helped the parent or told the parents which one kid was
Yeah.
good, or like they
He gave
included
the
him.
list. Yeah,
He included
Santa
him,
gives you the
but he
list.
includes the family. That way, they're like, we're not marginalizing poor kids. But
Yeah.
they're like, why didn't I get any presents?
Yeah,
Does
yeah, yeah.
Santa not love me or whatever? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, no, it's
Messed
not
up.
good. But
Like-
and then there's just other stuff too, like
I've always been on the outside of that whole thing because, like, we were never told there was a Santa. Like, we knew he
Right,
was a
yeah.
fictional character from the get go, and it was like, cool. Oh, that's fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's a fun fairy tale. But we were never told that it wasn't my parent. Like, we knew who was
Yeah.
buying the presents.
yeah, no,
So it's like, I don't know. I've never had the actual mystery thing that a lot of
no, we
kids
never
maybe
had.
did. I wonder what that. Wonder
never
what
had-
that's actually like.
We never had Easter Bunny. We never
Yeah.
had Santa.
No Queen of England.
There's no Queen of England.
Dude, I was thinking about that. I was like, kids nowadays watching Megamind now
Oh, yeah.
are like, they won't get that joke. They're like, what is that? That's just truth. Why are you laughing so
That's
hard,
funny.
Dad?
That's hilarious.
like references can change like that, or like the
Yeah,
context can
good
be
references,
lost.
too. That's funny.
But
I've never thought about that
Yeah.
before.
Isn't that weird?
Huh. Good pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That is super weird. I say that's a quotable one. I used a
That
lot of Megamind quotes.
That one is so good.
I say I'm shaking in my custom baby seal leather boots a lot. Whenever Lane threatens me with anything, I'm like, ooh, I'm shaking in my custom baby seal leather boots. She's like, that's such a long line to quote. It's so long. But I laugh every time. I laugh. I can quote legitimately most of that movie. There was a time I think I knew every line from start to finish at one
Yeah.
point in my life.
Yeah.
Not from
I
watching
get
it a
I get
bunch.
it.
Like I'd only ever seen it like maybe 4 or 5 times, but it just stuck, man. I don't know. I remembered everything. I still say shul all the time.
Yes. Yep.
I don't
It's
even
behind
know.
it.
It's behind it. Metrocity.
Metrocity.
Every time we're talking about Metro City, I
Yeah.
say Metrocity. Whenever
Whenever
daily
it
life.
comes up.
Whenever I'm talking about Metro City.
Yeah. Metropolis.
There's a lot. There's a lot of I don't know. There's other ones too. I'm trying to think of a bunch. I feel like I say a bunch of like daily in my life. I say at least 3 or 4.
Minion has a lot of good ones.
Minion's got I say
Is it
that all
really
the time.
long too?
I just say I'll take my thing and go all the time. Like whenever I'm getting ready for work, I go,
Yes.
fine, I'll just take my thing and go. Take my lunchbox. Oh, I say you don't know it's good for bad a lot. See, some of the things I say a
Yes.
lot, and I don't even remember that's from Megan. Like until I have to think about it. Like, wait, where do I say that from? Because I do just say it a lot.
It is just best served cold.
Yeah.
It can always be heated in the microwave. if you will.
Oh, you don't know it's good for bad. Oh man, I don't know. There's a bunch that I know if I sat here for a minute, I would think of probably 8 that I
You're
say.
both pretty.
Yeah, you're both
I
pretty.
love that one.
Oh man, you're probably wondering how I got here. That was a Megamind original. Never happened before.
Yes.
So
Anyway, so
I just think about all the baby scenes too. Like that's where you really people like they were really using the medium to their advantage with it being an animation. Like
yeah,
there's things that you could not do in a live action. Like this is why these can stay in their lane. Like it's totally
Yeah.
fine to it's just an animated
Just
movie.
wait till they do a live action of it.
They'll try. Well, I don't know. apparently they just came out with a new one, like a Netflix original or Amazon original or something. But it doesn't have NEP. It doesn't have Tina Fey. Doesn't have Will Ferrell. Doesn't have Brad Pitt.
Like a show?
Yeah, I think it's just a one-off movie, like a sequel. It's supposed to be a sequel about Megamind being a hero. Like it's after the events of the movie,
Huh.
and it's him versus the Syndicate of Doom or something like that, or the Syndicate of Evil or something like some bad guy name.
Weird.
And it's the animation style is different.
Yeah.
All the voices are different. It's not DreamWorks, I don't think.
Well,
Yeah, so I was like,
what
how,
in the world?
Like, I don't think it was DreamWorks because I think it was like an Amazon original, unless
Mm.
that's a DreamWorks thing.
I don't know who owns them now. It used to be Disney.
But anyways, I was like, oh no, now people are gonna think this is what Megamind is. Yeah, it's called Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate. See, I was close, and it's a peacock. So maybe it is.
I guess
are
they
they
are
DreamWorks?
I guess they are doing. Yeah, it's supposed to be. No, not them, but
Did they
like
buy
maybe
it?
they license the streaming rights,
Right.
Because that's happening. Like with we were saying that the Amazon Batman Cape Crusader
Oh,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's not like they have their own streaming service. Why is it on Amazon? It's like
Yeah.
oh well they're diversifying. They're like licensing things out because it's a separate thing anyway.
So
Like,
Keith.
oh, that's clever.
So sorry, but Keith Ferguson is Megamind.
Keith Fergus.
Yeah. Um,
Um.
Tony Hale's in it.
Oh, nice.
Don't know who he plays, but he's in it. Josh Brenner's in it.
So these are voice act. Some of them are voice actors and some are actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam Lambert's in it, which is fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's just none of them are like. First of all, most of these, like, it doesn't have Minion listed as a character.
Hmm.
So I don't even
Right.
know if the character's in it. It doesn't have what's her name, Tina Fey's character.
Yeah.
Doesn't have her in it. Yeah, it's literally the only OG character it looks like is
Roxy.
Roxy. Yeah, Roxanne Ritchie. Time to go to bed.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. No, the only OG character is Megamind, but it's hour and I think hour and 29 minutes long.
Dang. Must have been straight to streaming type of.
Oh, what is there There's a new series. It's called Megamind Rules. See, that's what I'm saying, man.
Wow.
It's just
There's a bunch of things happening behind the scenes.
2024 Megamind Rules. It's out. There's a season on Peacock.
Wow.
And I guess they released them back to back to kind of hopefully get a hype train. But now this has the characters. It's got Minion and Roxanne Ritchie.
Right.
And again, Laura Post is Roxanne.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what they usually do. They don't have the main people play them anymore. They just have voice actors do voice impressions, voice matching.
Ross Marquand is Metro Man.
Yeah. Ross Marquand. He's
Invincible and
yeah. Well, he was like an impressionist.
Oh, really?
On YouTube and stuff, yeah. And then Jim Meskimen and him did like a cool show. Then he started getting recognition. Went on. They had him on. What's his face? One of the Jimmys. Kimmel. They had him on Kimmel to do the like Oscar acceptances speeches, real quick, and then as different people. And then I think after that he was like in there, and so they. Marvel cast him as the new Red Skull
Nice.
in Avengers when he appears for a second. It's him
Nice.
doing an impression under all the makeup, and then
I don't know that.
and then he's done a various different like people throughout the rest of the MCU right now.
Hold on. Can I just voice an annoyance real quick?
This is not the venue.
So I'm on Peacock right now.
Get off it.
They have Megamind Rules, the show.
Yeah.
They have Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, but not Megamind, the movie. That's so. If you're gonna do this, like, at least get the rights. Also, how do they not also have the rights to the first? Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, that's funny.
You gotta have the intro, because
Stuff gets stuck on different things.
Bro, guess the audience rating for Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate.
Audience Right. When did it come out?
2024.
24. Oh,
I think it was summer release, I think.
So I'm gonna say like 68.
Lower.
42.
Lower.
29. Oh no, what?
Lower.
What is it?
7% is the audience score for this movie.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Why?
That's not good. Like, I could believe that the
The
professional or
audience
whatever.
children?
Yeah, well, not obviously not. They're not leaving reviews probably.
No.
Nothing on the show yet, but there's
Yeah, how does
16
Paw Patrol rate? Because it's all topless. Who's rating this stuff? It's not an accurate polling.
I mean, I've never. Let's see. I'm gonna see what the Megamind score is. The OG.
Mm. Yeah, because I mean, like, there's a bunch. There's like the How to Train Your Dragon has a series that has a bunch of
Yeah.
seasons now that apparently I missed, and then like Kung Fu Panda I think has a
And
series.
4 movies.
Yeah, well, yeah, that obviously, but like a bunch of them do like series later
Yeah.
that kind of fill in other stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm really, if I'm meant to watch all that, I'm way behind.
Yeah. No, I think the only one I ever checked out was the How to Train Your Dragon one, and it was like half an episode. And I was like, this isn't very good.
Mhm.
But yeah, well, I mean, that's the weird thing though. Like all the movies normally have, like I know you're saying like, oh, they normally get voice actors to do the roles, but like
Yeah.
those movies, all like it's Jack Black still in the new movies and stuff. But
No,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
my
The
movie.
main movies, but then whatever series that's done,
Yeah.
and then all the video games and stuff.
Right, I
Those
get
are all
that.
done by somebody that we don't have
But
to waste their
that's
time.
what I'm saying. This is a Megamind sequel. Like
Yeah,
it's really
that's wild.
Megamind 2, and it's not.
That's like the Disney like Cinderella 3 and stuff like
Mhm.
that, where
Yeah.
they did Swift. They're like, okay, nobody cares, but
Yeah,
we're gonna
no
make
one
this.
cares.
This is
No,
gonna go
okay.
right on the Disney Channel or whatever.
So guess the audience score for Megamind.
This is well liked by audiences, so this is gonna be like 87,
Lower,
80,
lower,
65.
higher.
All right, I guess it's 70.
72. Yeah.
70's okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
that
I mean,
makes
I would have
sense.
guessed around 82, or 80 also, I should say.
Yeah.
Now here's one. Do you know what year it came out? Because this actually surprised me.
2003.
Megamind?
Yeah.
No. 2010.
Really?
Almost 2011. It was released on November 5th, so it's almost 2011.
Yeah, I feel like it's older.
It feels much older.
Huh.
I was thinking 2006,
Okay.
but yeah,
No, I didn't know that.
that's kind of funny, isn't it?
That is.
That's a new perspective on like, because I felt like I was like a little kid when I first watched it, but nope, I was not.
Yeah. It's 2010.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, that's weird then. Well, that's 2 years before I went to a theater first. Well, but I thought, the way people talked about it, I would have thought they'd been watching it for like,
Right.
5 years or something at least.
Well,
That's wild. So it was, that's why it's such a good movie, because like people loved it that
Mhm.
immediately. That's crazy.
yeah, and I was trying to think like, it wasn't at a lull in any of their careers or anything, but it wasn't at the peak of like Will Ferrell's career either. Like,
I think that was the first. That was like the first or second year we were in Tennessee.
really?
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, it was.
when my family first moved.
Yeah, it would have been the first year you guys were here,
Mm,
I think.
well, not like here, but like just in East Tennessee when our family moved to Texas.
No, but the first year you came to the church.
Maybe so, because
'Cause
we probably visited.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it was because I remember I'm having some vivid recalls right now. And it was either right after or right, like literally the weekend before or weekend after one of my birthday parties was the first time I met you. I can't remember. I think it was the week after. It was like the weekend after my birthday.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh man. Because I was telling you should have met some people. And I was like, oh, you could have met everybody. They were like, you should have come to the party. And you're like, oh, I wasn't like, literally just got here.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay. It's just one of those weird things. You know how you have like those weird, vivid memories? Nothing really happened. Nothing. It wasn't like, wow, you remember this, Ben?
Yeah.
I just have like, there was a conversation that you and I had that was totally obscure. Nothing.
I don't remember that.
Nothing yeah, no. There's no reason that you should have.
Yeah.
I just remember it because of, I'll tell you about it later, but the thing that happened later.
Yeah.
And it totally insignificant. Doesn't mean anything for a friendship. Nothing. I just remember that it was
That's cool.
because of another thing that happened.
I didn't know it was right after.
I'm pretty sure it was
cool.
I'm pretty sure it was right after, like literally the weekend after my birthday.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that either too. So that's interesting.
But yeah, that is funny. Because the
Yeah.
next year is when I had the infamous lawnmower incident. Pretty sure it was the next year. No, that was 2012. It was 2012.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait, what?
It was 2012. Right? Trying to think. 13, 14. Yeah, it would have been 2012, so 2 years.
That was in 2012?
Yeah, I think so. Was it not? Am I misremembering?
Nah. What?
Would it have been?
Wait, what?
That's 12 years ago. I might be off by a year.
When was the last time you were at the Linden house?
Okay, let's see.
Because you were still at home there.
2014.
Was that long ago?
2014 to 2015, somewhere in there was. I wasn't officially out
Yeah.
because I wasn't 18 yet,
Yeah.
but I basically moved out that year to live at a friend's house in Dixon. No. Yeah, because I moved out the year I was 18 or 19. I think.
I'm
time-
going back through all
Dude,
all these years, and I'm like,
I was about to say,
some stuff is not adding up.
We're the worst people for the timeline tracking. You know this,
Yeah.
right? Like neither you nor I is good at like that was 10
Apparently
years
not.
ago. Well, I'm not.
So
good. I know.
okay,
I'm
so
not.
then that means I did go to a theater in 2010. So there's no way it was that close.
Hold on, I have a picture, and it'll be time stamped of when the accident was. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
So I can look that up. But I now that I'm talking now, you asked me the move out question and stuff like that when I was in Perry County. I think I think.
Because I know I've been
I
here
think
a
it was
long time,
13.
but I thought it was a bit after that when I first came here. Not first, but
Not
like
first, but
when
yeah,
I
when
moved
you
here,
came here,
when I
yeah.
officially moved here.
Oh dang! I only have the upload date. But now that you've said that, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it happened in 2013, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I know it was spring when it happened, but the date that I have on here that I backed it up to the Verizon Cloud was 2014.
Okay.
So it was obviously before that, but I think it was 2013, 2014.
So somewhere in there.
Yeah, so there's an easy way we could do the math, but I'm not going to do it while we're recording because I don't want to say some stuff.
Yeah.
But so I think I'm off by a year. I think it was 2013. 2013, 2014. So you're probably right about the year you first went to the theater.
Yeah, because I thought it was 2012 based on a couple of movies.
I was about to say, did you see Avengers first? That's 2012.
Is that 2012?
Yeah, pretty sure. Is the first Avengers? Yeah.
So like, when did? Let me look at releases for.
Well, here I got it already pulled up. Just say the name because I got Megamind right here.
Releases. This will help me though.
Oh, true.
Let me look at 2010. That is not what.
Hey, different tangent here. We'll go off on this later, but question. Have you ever seen The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.?
No.
Oh, buddy.
It's very familiar. Is that a Western?
It's an old Western sci-fi TV show with Bruce Campbell.
That's why it sounded familiar. Okay, I think I have like a copy of it or something.
Bro, it's only I think it's only one season. Maybe it's two.
Yeah.
But
I have
Bruce Campbell is a young cowboy bounty hunter fighting science stuff.
I like it. Have you seen? I have one that's him in like early, like he's a British lord, and he's fighting pirates on like an island, like in like the early, like before America was America, almost like going through islands and stuff, and he's like a Zorro type character.
Bruce Campbell?
Yes, it's so funny. It's not very like it's lighthearted as well, and like it's a wild. He was in a bunch of shows like that apparently.
I don't recognize that one.
I
love Bruce Campbell though.
So
he's good.
Wow. Oh, not
No way.
So 2010 was Tron Legacy, and I definitely saw that in theaters.
Oh, so
like that was one that I really vividly remember being.
I saw that in theaters too.
I think that was my first 3D movie.
Ooh, nice, good choice.
So yeah, it was amazing. So then
Jack of all trades, is that what you were talking about? An American spy stationed in South Pacific Island?
Yes.
Bro, what is this?
It's so funny.
This looks amazing.
Yeah. It's the one where they like people are taking meme clips from it now and making it a thing where he was like here's some money, or he like robs the thing and then he throws some money at him and they're like, what's this for? And he's like, for your window, and then he jumps out the window.
Yes, okay, I didn't know what it was from.
That's so funny. Yeah,
awesome.
That thing is all like that. So good.
That's hilarious. Jack's alter ego is the Zorro-esque daring dragoon.
Holy, look at that. Then they come mention Tom Hardy. I've never seen that. Yeah, look at them.
I'm looking that up right now.
Stewart of Life backwards.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
dude, isn't that funny when you find out people like work together forever ago and you're like, oh, I didn't even know they knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow. Dude, not just those two, but also try to find those subscriptions on here.
Oh, look, it's the Human Torch.
That's never gonna get old.
No.
Which we still haven't talked about, by the way, or mentioned.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
We're hardcore.
Okay, they don't know.
We're an hour in. We haven't mentioned the subject.
There's a bad Ryan Reynolds movie. The Nines.
Oh, you didn't like the Nines?
It wasn't. It's kind of messy.
Wait, hold on. Which one's the Nines? I'm thinking of a different one. I just realized I was thinking of something else.
It's like the 9 people that you meet
before you die.
Or something, yeah.
I didn't. No, I was thinking of Buried. That's what I was thinking of. I saw
that. Oh, no, that was 2010. I saw that on the 2010 list, yeah.
Nice. Dude, that's so funny. He was so young.
See, I forgot that they did a Black Widow movie in 2007 before the MCU started. I'm just kidding.
Octavia Spencer's in this.
See, I don't recognize any of these.
Dude, Jim Rash is in this movie. That's funny.
That's awesome.
You need to rewatch The Nines. Clearly, it was good.
Nah, I don't think so. Is that? What is that?
That's a terrible movie cover. What else did this guy do? We got a lot of dead air right now.
I know. It's okay. They're following.
They're following. They understand what we're going through right now. Who is this guy? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the guy who did the Nines. Now I'm off on all kinds of things. You got me going in 8 different directions right now. But he also wrote Dark Shadows, Frankenweenie. He did the screenplay for the live-action Aladdin.
Wow.
Corpse's Bride, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Big Fish, Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, Charlie's Angels, Titan AE.
Wow. So he did Jon Favreau stuff. He did a lot of Tim Burton.
Yeah. Producer on Prince of Persia. Sands of Time.
He has a type.
And he only directed a movie called God that is 11 minutes, so I guess a short. And then the Nines. That's all he's done. How crazy is that?
It's chaos theory.
I never saw that, actually.
You gotta run through.
Dude, Ryan Reynolds has a lot of movies. I wonder how many movies he has. What do you think? As an actor.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
No, he only has he actually has a pretty short list. It's like 30 something.
No way.
Yeah.
I bet he's done 30 in the past 10 years. I bet. Dude, he's in a lot of stuff. Like, have you seen If yet? The animated?
No.
I didn't either. I heard it's pretty good though, actually.
Yeah, it has done a lot more in recently, that's true, but like,
One, two. I'm gonna count. You
but
fill
like,
the air.
kind of had like a limited ish, I thought. But like, yeah, so I don't recognize. Um, wow, that's Charlie Cox. He does not look like himself.
Oh,
Robert Carlyle there. You got Billy Boyd. But yeah. So I don't recognize these. So yeah, 2010. It must have been one of my first ones. Must have been Tron Legacy. Then maybe that was my first movie. So then uh. So then is Tangled 2012 then? Because I remember Tangled for sure.
6.
What?
17,
The Hobbit was not 2012.
32, 33,
What?
38,
That's gotta be wrong. There's no way. Okay, so why would they know? So 2011 was Green Lantern. Okay.
47,
And Sucker Punch.
48, 49,
1010. Oh.
50.
Did we didn't watch no, I didn't watch 1010 either.
51.
51.
He's been in 50-ish movies. He's been in a lot more, but like that he had an actual before, like when he was actually a noticeable actor.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like
Post,
there's a bunch of like cameo
I was
stuff
about to
too.
say post Boltneck. Those are like recognizable movies.
Okay.
Like the one that had him in it the least out of all those that I counted, I think, was Harold and Kumar,
Yeah.
and he was still like kind of in the movie. Like,
Okay, Sherlock Holmes.
dude, there's a new Snow White.
I think I watched Sherlock Holmes,
Oh, this is that Snow White.
The Game of Shadows, and then I for sure watched Avenger, the first Avenger. That was 2011.
Yeah.
That I took my dad and my sister to
Nice.
at our local theater. I was like, I had to be like, I'll pay for your tickets, like too, because I needed the dad to drive me. But
Nice.
I was like, I know she wants to see it, and I want to see it, and it's the new MCU thing. And we're like, this is gonna be cool. And then yeah, we dragged him along, and we had a good time. It was fun. I still like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's I would say that's top 5
I kind of grew up with that type of movie, like war films and simple period
musicals.
and so it really matched well. And then it was a nice story.
Oh, have
Very
you?
like
Sorry,
American story.
have you seen the Skeleton Crew trailer or like any
Mhm.
stuff for that?
Yeah.
I literally today was the first time. Do you know what's up with that? Is that
So
a Star Wars thing? Or
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's basically people are calling it like the Goonies of Star Wars, but it's based on a book, I think, or a comic, and yeah, it's a group of like kids, I guess, young that like they're like I don't remember whether they're force sensitive or something, but then they're it's a journey of discovery type thing in the universe, and then they run
Cool.
into the Jude Law's character who is like a hidden away force user.
Nice.
So, but
Do you know what time frame it's in? Is it like before the fall or?
I forget they told us all this stuff like some of the detail like a long time ago when it was first
Yeah.
like conceptualized, and it's been too long.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about it.
Because they've been working on it for a while. But that was one of the ones they wanted to do. They were like this one, the Acolyte, the other thing, and it was all like just after Rise of Skywalker, I guess. But and then they had a teaser for Mandalorian and Grogu too, the movie, and they had a surprise little cameo from Zeb from Rebels.
Nice.
So that was cool. So like the same as his cameo from Mandalorian already, like a fully 3D character, and then he's voicing him again. So
Nice.
but he was in like the cockpit of the ship.
Cool.
They're in, so it's like okay.
I have trouble getting super hyped for anything Star Wars. I think we talked about this a little bit, but
Yeah.
once something good comes out, I'll be right back on board. Like,
I don't know that you're gonna necessarily, unless it's really transcendental or whatever, like that you're gonna care about Skeleton Crew because it is its own thing.
I was about to say,
But
I liked Andor a lot.
But that's what I'm gonna say. They also had a thing for Andor season 2.
Yeah.
And they announced all the casting, returning people, and I don't know if they had footage, but they had pictures and a bunch of stuff. So
See, Andor, like, that's what I'm saying. So, like, if it's,
that one
it can be an obscure, totally different character. I mean, obviously there was a character that, the show was based around that had been in previous movies, but it can be a totally absurd. It's just, I just want it to be done well. I want a good story told with likable characters, and like, I want it to make sense. I want the actions that the characters take to make sense for their character. That was a discussion I was having earlier this week. Like, kind of, where we were talking about, like, does an action it was a totally different thing, but does an action have to make sense, or does it have to make sense for the character at the time? Like, to be a good good piece of writing in a story, right? Because you can do things in life that, if you were looking at it from an outside in perspective, would probably not make sense. But where you were at in life, the decision you made sense to you, right? So my point of view is that, like, well, if it makes sense for the character, or if it makes sense to the character, then it makes sense, right? It doesn't have to make sense. Like, we could be watching it and be like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. But a lot of times characters don't know the information that viewers know, right? Like, you have a compiled list of information from multiple characters' points of view when you're watching some stories, right? And so, like, you can be like, that's stupid. That doesn't make sense that the character would do that. And it's like, well, it doesn't make sense for the character, like, in their universe, from their POV. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that was kind of the discussion. It wasn't really an argument. It was just like, that didn't make sense. Why would they do that? And I was like, well, it could have made sense to them. Like, we don't really know everything about them, but if you look at it from their POV, it could have made sense to do that. So, like,
I see that. Yeah,
I like, that's a thing that's been happening a lot with some recent stories that I've been paying attention to, where I'm like, you kind of get farther and farther. We were talking about that with the boys after we watched the movie. We were like, once you get farther and farther from the source, or farther and farther from the reason that you did the first thing, like, it's like a copy of a copy of a copy. Like, it starts to make less and less sense from the character's POV, which nothing I'm saying right now is going to make much sense out of context. But for the 45-minute conversation we had off air, it makes sense for what we were talking about. But yeah, I like, that was a fun discussion that we had, which might, not you and I, but maybe the conversation the person I had it with might happen on air at some point in life. That'd be cool if he listens to this. There's a couple of friends that I've been talking to, like, come on, man, just do it. Like, we just have this conversation. Let's record it. Come on, like, we can talk with Ben. I don't know what it is about. Like, I get kind of the hesitation to talk live, maybe a little bit, where it's like, that can be kind of like, you're like, oh, people are watching or whatever. Like, that can make it maybe a little nervous. But it's like, dude, like, we're pre-recording. Like, if you are nervous, I don't know why. Like, we're literally talking to each other. It's just recorded. I don't get the whole, like, oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'd be good at that. Like, good at talking to me. Like, yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I saw that.
What was that?
I don't know what it's from. That's the only context I have. So, for everybody who doesn't have visual, he just showed me Boss Logic's post on Instagram of Captain Hydra.
Yeah, I thought it was Captain Hydra, but
and he just posted it out of context. He didn't put anything in the caption, and I don't know what it's from. I don't know if there's a trailer that dropped.
Fan art, but
I don't know if it's just, well, it looks blurry. It looks like he took a picture of a screen.
Right.
Like, it's blurry.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, was that in the background of the Captain
Bell comes back as
I saw
Dragonfly.
That. Yeah, I was going to show you that earlier.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious. But I wonder if it's like a clip that we missed from the Captain America trailer. I want, like, if it's in the background or in a flash or something, because it looks like he took a picture of a screen.
Right, it's supposed to, yeah, for sure. Like,
so I don't know, but there's no context. So, anyways, we might get a Captain Hydra, guys. That'd be cool.
Like, everybody's coming back.
But yeah, right. But what's the deal with that, man? Like, why is people's first saying, like, oh, I don't know if I'd be good at that? Like, We're just talking. Okay, we're doing literally what we're doing right
there's
now.
still a certain amount with talking. I mean, there's a certain amount of apprehension and shyness, even depending on.
Yeah.
It's like once you do it with a certain amount, it
Yeah,
goes away.
I can get that, but at the same time, it's just funny to me. Like I said, with live stuff, I get it, especially if you're recording like your face and stuff. It's like,
I mean, I would still get it when I would start doing my own like YouTube recordings and stuff. Sometimes I have to restart.
yeah,
'Cause I get awkward at the beginning and not how to start it. It's like I'm by myself. It's so
Yeah.
weird. But it's like I know it's gonna be watched.
Yeah.
And it's like there is a nervousness associated with that. So I mean, I can see it. But like yeah, like at this point, most after a while I was just like I just just have to get past it. Like I wanna do this.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, just get over it. Like whatever, it doesn't matter.
yeah. I guess I just need to
Just do it and then you're gonna go.
need to wrap my head around that perspective.
So
That doesn't make like it's not that it doesn't make sense to me. I just don't see it. I guess you could be nervous about this, but like I said, I don't get nervous when I talk to you. Like so.
well, yeah, but you're an extrovert.
True.
That you have that natural gift. Not really, but
Yeah. No.
whatever level of that where you're like, I'm willing to put myself out there more.
Oh, I have just very little shame.
Yeah. I got
none.
So yeah, it is just
Yeah, that's what it is. You don't have to not say it. Just like, and also, I don't know. There's something about like people are worried about being wrong. They're like, oh, I don't want to be wrong. I'm like, well, if you are, just be like, oh, my bad. Like, I'm wrong pretty often. I feel, or not often, but like enough to where I don't think that I can't be wrong.
yeah.
But if you were like, oh no, like if I was like, oh, it was like earlier, I was like, oh, it was 2011, pretty confidently, and then I was off by like 2 years at least. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, whatever, I was wrong. But some people, I guess that's like world shattering for some people to be like mistaken about a thing that they said. It's like, no, dude,
Yeah.
you just misspoke. Like, whatever.
It can be hard to wake up in that reality.
I was wrong.
My whole world is shattered.
Oh no.
Well, I was trying to find. I thought I had saved it, but yeah, there was a thing that had like pictures of all the Andor
Oh,
people that were coming back. But yeah, Krennic is he's going to be in it for Rogue One.
okay.
So Ben what's his face? It's been a while since I've said his name. Anyway, he's awesome. He's also in he was in the Ryan Reynolds gambling movie.
Oh, Mississippi Grind.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I know things.
It's everything related to Ryan Reynolds.
Want to know
The
something?
world is according to Ryan
Right.
Reynolds.
That's actually we're changing the name of the podcast. No, with the reason that was so fresh on my mind is because I have a list of movies that Lane needs to watch before she died. Like I was like, hey, here's a list, and that's on it. Mississippi Grind is one of them. I don't know. I enjoy that movie thoroughly, and
Okay, does she like Ryan Reynolds though?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
No, she likes
okay.
But that one is in there specifically because of acting. Because we were talking about movies,
Mhm.
and I was like, listen, like there's something because she's not super into the art, like art like entertainment industry as a whole, like I am. But
Sure,
she can appreciate certain things. But she's kind of on the cusp of some stuff. Like she'll like things that I'm like, there's no reason for you to like that, but that's just you like it just cause, and that's totally fine. Like, but sometimes it's cool to understand why you like something. And the whole like that movie's fine as a story. Like it's a totally
Sure.
fine story. There's nothing super unique or special about it. But the acting in it, especially Mendelsohn, I'm like, this is this is an example of really good acting. Like I just think he's an incredible. Like Ryan Reynolds is good, obviously, and they work well together. But I think that, and also I like gambling movies. I like 21. I like Rounders. I think those movies are fun. But I just think Ben Mendelsohn as an actor, like he's phenomenal, and he's not in a whole lot of stuff. So I was like, and she doesn't want to watch Bloodlines, so I was like, hey, watch this. He's really good in it. This is an example of like really good acting.
Mhm.
Because I don't know, some people just don't care, dude. I don't get it. Like she couldn't, if there's like quote unquote bad acting in a thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't like mess it up for her at all.
Yeah, most people like that's how they take movies. It's
Like-
oh, this just
That's crazy. Like I can take a lot of movies like that, like story and character wise, where I'm like, yeah, it was fun, like a totally watchable movie. I'm not gonna recommend it to anybody, but I'm not bummed that I watched it for the story or content of the movie.
Yeah.
But like when there's like visibly bad acting, it's so hard to watch. Like when there's like, especially if there's like a kid actor that one's a little bit more forgivable because like, yeah, it's a kid, like whatever,
Yeah.
they're young. But like, there's some movies that are just like butchered by bad acting for me. Where I'm like, like, how are you watching this? Right? Like, it's clear he's not acting. Like, he's so bad. But she don't care. Like,
Yeah.
but then sometimes she will. She'll be like, "Oh, that just totally took it out for me." Like, I'm like, really? That? Okay. Like, we've watched way worse stuff, but all right. Like, so sometimes I like throwing stuff like that at her where it's kind of obscure and kind of just like it's not a big budget movie or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm like what? I throw a few of those in there. I'm like, what do you think about this? Like, what's your critique of the? I like getting like her. I like getting her to like judge movies or whatever. Like I'm like, so what? Like, what would you rate the score? Okay, cool. Like, what would you rate that? Like, because she doesn't know anything about it. I'm like, what do you think about the music when you were watching that? And she was like, oh, it's pretty. Like we watched Baby Driver.
Yeah.
And I was like, what was like the best thing about that? And she was like, I don't know, like the music was pretty good. I was like, yes, yes, it is. You're right. Like that was one of the first things she said, and I was like, oh, I'm so proud. But like, she doesn't know. Like, she didn't know the backstory. She doesn't know who directed or like, she barely knows the actors in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, oh, like the bad guy. Well, I guess he wasn't bad, but the guy he kind of was bad. But then helped, and he was pretty good. I'm like, yes, he's a phenomenal actor. Terrible guy, probably, but phenomenal actor. Like. But so like there's where she kind of innately like will pick up on it and like it for the reasons that you should like it for, but she doesn't know. Like there's no reason that she would know. Oh yeah, I should like this movie because the score, like it's
having
written
that
around
different
the
perspective is cool.
Yeah. So I like to know like how out of touch am I with like normal-ish people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then when she says stuff like that, I'm like, okay, cool. So it's fine that I know these things, and that reflects my opinion of the movie sometimes. But yeah, I can't. There's also something about Mississippi Grind. Been a while since I watched it, but I remember watching it and I was like, that was phenomenal. Like, I don't think it, obviously the acting was in there, but there was something about it where I was like, wow, that's just really well done. Like, the storytelling is really
But yeah, so Ben Mendelsohn is the guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is fun to watch. Like,
Bro,
the few things I started seeing, I was like, whoa, who is this guy?
Well, that's one of the reasons I told her why. I was like,
and then,
because, like I said, he's in Bloodlines. But
yeah.
Not for long, spoiler. But also Lane didn't want to watch. She was like, oh, that's gross. She's like, okay.
Well, he was in, I think, Killing Them Softly, I think, with Brad Pitt.
Really?
I think that was the first time I saw him.
Wow. See, that's how good he probably. I don't even remember him being that because he was probably like, really good.
Very good, yeah. And
I just watched that like a year ago.
I think it was that.
You're probably right.
They go into the place where they're playing like they're gambling and stuff in that back room, and they have like he puts the thing over his head
where he does the job, yeah,
and like the little sock over his head, and then they're like arguing and all that stuff. I remember that.
I think you're right.
Pretty sure he's like
his brother. You're right. He's in there.
But
I didn't even recognize that.
Yeah, I was like, this guy is cool. Who is that? And then he was in Ready Player One, and I was like, that was kind of a wasted role on him.
I was super excited for that role too.
I know they changed so much.
I was like, him as a bad guy would be amazing, and then it wasn't. And I was like, ooh, that's.
But then he got redeemed in Rogue One. I was like, oh yeah, that was good.
Good. Apparently, he was in Knowing, the Nicolas Cage movie.
Really? Okay. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, this is supposed. I've heard from multiple people it's pretty good. No, I don't know. I'm not recommending it for anyone out there, but it's called Animal Kingdom. It's got Guy Pearce and Joel Egerton also in it. It's got a couple other people, but those are like the leading men. And I don't think it's good because Ben Mendelsohn. I'm pretty sure he's got like maybe a couple scenes in it.
Okay.
But I've talked about him before with other people. Like, oh, you should watch Animal Kingdom. Like, I don't even know what it's about. I have no idea. But I was looking at the page and he's in it.
Do with fish, probably.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's just all around pretty impressive, and he's really good in the Secret Invasion series.
Dude, he's been in a lot of Nicolas Cage movies.
Marvel.
Are they like buddies? Dude, there's like 4 on his IMDb page.
He's Australian, I think so.
Yeah. Secret Invasion. Didn't watch,
Captain
but he
Marvel.
was good in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
He was also good in oh crap, what's that movie called? Man, what is that movie called?
The Thing.
I can't remember what the name of the movie is. I'm spacing on it. The King. with Timothy Charlemagne or Charlemagne or however you say his name. It's a Netflix movie, but it's pretty good. But he's really good in that.
If you play Elvis.
Yes. No, I think he's King Henry or King.
Oh
something.
that's right.
But
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
dude,
Now. Yeah, I saw that.
He's really good in that.
Yeah,
That's a
everybody was
really
good.
good job.
Everybody was good in that.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, that was good. And then that's another that made me think of another movie, but which the guy that plays Forrest Whitaker that plays Saul Guerrera.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in Andor season 2 as well.
Oh, really?
Which was he in the first season for a second?
I can't remember.
I forget. Maybe.
It's been a minute.
Or no, but he was definitely in Rogue One, so
Yeah.
that's why they're making that connection. So that's another one.
He's good too.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I think there's another Joel Egerton movie that Ben Mendelsohn was in.
Was it The Phantom Menace?
Yes.
No. Let's see. Probably so. Was he in another MMA movie?
Yeah, dude, that's a good movie. It's not good, but I like it. Warrior, is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
Oh no, Ben Mendelsohn's not in that. I think it's a Joel Egerton. Let me see.
I watched that on Crackle with ads.
Oh, I hate watching stuff with ads.
Hey, back then I was happy to get stuff
Yeah,
for free.
yeah, anything free.
Yeah.
Norma go.
I listened to Pandora with ads.
Oh, buddy, I can find $6.99 a month. I will scramble for $7 if I need to.
I had no income, so it's okay. It was.
I mean,
it was good.
I'll mow a lawn for $20 so that I don't have to listen to ads on Spotify or Pandora. I don't even care. I can't do the ad. Dude, when I'm listening, especially when I'm at the gym or something, which, yeah.
It's fine. I was usually reading a book anyway.
But,
so.
Even worse. Dude, nothing takes me out of like music, podcast, or book listening than a crappily timed ad. And they've gotten better about placement now. Like they'll do it in between chapters or whatever. But back in the day, they did not give a crap where an ad was. They would just drop it at the drop beat, like the beat bass drop of a song.
Yep.
You'd be like getting into it, like, all right, I'm in the middle of a set, let me do it. And then like heaps for men's or whatever. It's like, what the no.
Remember the SoundCloud days where you'd be like, you'd be getting into like a remix and you're like, oh yeah, this is getting good, and you just hear Audio Jungle.
Yeah.
The freaking watermarks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was so good. Man, that is gonna trigger certain people so hard, and other people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?
What is SoundCloud?"
And that will age. That will date several of you.
We've dated ourselves a few times this episode now.
Yeah.
on both the good end and the bad end, I would say. But no, I'm trying to. There was another Ben Mendelsohn thing, but I fell off track of that. But yeah, he's a really good actor.
He is. Yeah.
Rogue One was a pretty solid Star Wars story.
He does interesting stuff with the roles. I mean, so does Andy Serkis.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's kind of in the Gary Oldman, Andy Serkis kind of realm where it's like I said, they can be in something and you're like, oh wow, that was him.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not because they weren't like they didn't do anything good, but because they were really good. Where you're just like, no, that's that character. Like freaking Jim Gordon.
Yeah,
dude, him as Jim Gordon. Like I don't even recognize Gary Oldman in that role.
Really?
No. Where it's like I was just like.
It's very unlike him, for sure.
Yeah, like it wasn't really a him role.
That's the most like visibly him role
he's
of all
super
time.
in it. His face is all over the place, right?
Crazy.
He's in a lot of scenes, headshots.
But what he does with it, just so changes.
Yeah, he's just Jim Gordon. Like I can't even see him as Gary Oldman. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, another movie where you're just bought in on the character. I couldn't tell you who. Like I know he's in that movie, and I know there's a couple big names in that movie, but I can't tell you who they are just because they blend so well. Sometimes it's a little script, sometimes a little actor, and sometimes it's both. And they just
it's another phenomenal movie.
Like I was revisiting The Batman.
Yeah.
The one with Robert Pattinson. And which it's got some fault. There's some very big plot conveniences, maybe even a couple of plot holes. There's some stuff in it where it's like
Yeah.
not great, right? Like, but there's some things in it that are done really well.
Yeah.
Like it's got one of the best overall Batman scenes out of all Batman movies, I think, in the history of Batman movie. Like not not enough to like erase all the others, obviously, but there's one scene in the very beginning of the movie, like when he's doing his introduction. That scene is really good. It really gets you bought in. But anyways, not talking about that. What I was talking about is in that movie, like everyone's cast really well. Everybody
Yeah.
does a really good job of that. Like I was watching, I was like, oh yeah, he's in this. Oh yeah, he's in it. Like forgot so many people were in that movie because they were just like they were the character. Like they were in character. They did their roles, and it wasn't about like, oh wow, insert famous person. That dude's in it. Like watch it because of him. Like, no, they're fully their characters.
Mhm.
The only one that took me back a little bit was what's his name who played Jim Gordon in that version. He's the only one that I was like, he's
Yeah.
not quite Jim Gordon to me. Like he's the only one where I felt like he was kind of acting, like where
Yeah.
he kind of pulled me out of it a little bit because he just doesn't seem to me. Jim Gordon is not. I don't know. I guess maybe I've seen him in oh crap, what's the show?
Westworld.
Westworld. I
Yeah.
guess that maybe I associate him with that too much because he's really good in that.
Yeah.
But like he's very not Jim Gordon in that show. So
yeah, he's a
seeing
great
him,
actor, but yeah.
yeah, but that's the only one out of all of
He
the
felt more
actors.
like one of the maybe the animated series Jim Gordon, where it's like he's playing the part,
Yeah,
but he's not doing anything different with it. Or
yeah, it wasn't his own really.
Mhm.
But that's all that to say is, and he still did a good job. But all that to say is, everybody, pretty much every actor in that movie, I'm like, wow, I'm bought into this role. Like
Yeah.
Catwoman, freaking Jeffrey Wright, that's that guy's name by the way.
Yeah.
But even Colin Farrell, obviously they did
Yeah.
aesthetics and everything on him. But him as the Penguin, I was like, wow,
Insane,
and
yeah.
he's a good. I think people hate on him for some. I'm not sure really why he doesn't get the love.
Some weird stuff he did in the mid 2000s,
But like, I don't know, man. I like him.
yeah,
But
he's
everybody-
very good as well.
Dude, freaking John Turturro is a bad guy. Like you don't really, he's kind of mostly a goofy.
Yeah.
He's only had a couple of straight roles, right? And even then, he was never really. I've never seen him as bad, and he does menacing well. Like he pulled that off.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even think about it being him. Like I literally, when he popped up on screen again, I was like, "Oh yeah, like that was John Turturro." That's so funny to me.
No, Gary Oldman, I pretty much think of him. I think of him as the guy from Leon the Professional.
Okay, really?
Usually.
Yeah.
That was a pretty great role for him. I like that depiction, and then he really blended in Fifth Element for sure. He was wild looking in that.
Oh, he is in Black Sails. Okay.
And then, but then who's the other guy? Oh, not Gary Oldman, but who's the other one? Shoot, I just had it.
In Batman? Or
No,
oh, just an actor. Okay.
What was I gonna say? The
While you're thinking that, do you ever look up a dude on IMDb or look up an actor, and you're like, oh wow, he was in that, cool, and you go to click on it like a show, and he was like one episode, like just like a write-off character, and oh, like I wanted to see more. Like they're not actually in, like they were in the show, but it was just like they're just a popular character. I'm like, oh man, I would have liked to see him as like a character. Like I wanted to see him more. But anyway.
oh, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
The other thing about Andy Serkis. Did you see the one where he and Simon Pegg play in a movie together, and they are rival, not morticians, but they're like, they're rival, like grave digger, not grave diggers, whatever they're like. Anyway,
No.
it's it's like, and it's like titled with both their names, like Mr. Shanks and Mr. something or whatever. And it's kind of like a dark comedy set in England. It's pretty great.
Oh, I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah. It's like that back in the day.
Okay, real quick. This is another one for the visuals, but who what character does this dude's face remind you of? Like as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, that's so and so from like whether it's DC, Marvel, whatever it is. Of course, as soon as I go to show you this, I get a loading screen. I've had service this entire time. It's loaded everything else, every other IMDb page, but it will not pull up his picture. Hate happens. So annoying. Okay, here I'm just going to show you the small picture because
Okay.
it'll load without me zooming in. But Sebastian, when you see him, who's the first character you think of?
Um, well, Marvel or DC?
Or just anything, like a character from like a
The-
well-known thing.
No.
Like, oh, he could play X really well.
Well, his brow just and his hairline made me just immediately think of the Hell's Kitchen cook Gordon Ramsay, like a thin Gordon Ramsay. But sorry.
No, that's fine. I see it. I see it.
Let's see.
He does look very British.
An
Yes.
actor
Uh-huh.
like an actor that's played a character, or just like who do I think?
No, just like you know, when
like
we were
a
doing
hero.
yeah, like when we were doing the casting the
Oh.
other day, where it's like, oh, he would fit so and so perfect.
He would be.
Like I know exactly who I think it is, but he could also be somebody totally opposite because he's a pretty good actor.
Hmm.
Also, do you know what Gamora del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities is?
Yeah,
I've never heard of it. So what is it?
it's an anthology of like
He's got a lot of people.
short horror stories kind of thing that he wanted to do for a while, and he got a bunch of different directors to do stuff, and he kind of oversee it, like show run it. Wow,
Yeah,
show ran it,
nice.
and yeah, it's supposed to be
Creepy.
good. He was,
He's got a lot of people in it. That's why.
yeah.
Oh, what is that?
It's like a bunch of little shorts, kind of.
Okay, but back to this guy. What? Come on, man! Quick, like snapshot. Who do you see? Who do you see? Who do you see? Quick, go, go, go!
I don't really see anybody like immediately like that. I'd have to think.
Mine was immediately when I saw his face was Ra's al Ghul. I was like, dude, he could play Ra's. It's like, I don't know why.
I see him as more of like a Middle Eastern guy.
At least he's like ultra British.
No, like Ra's al Ghul.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. But
Okay.
no, like
Hmm.
I think of that's what it is. It's either that or crap. What's his name? Uh, the Mandarin.
I was thinking a villain.
He could be a great Mandarin,
Okay.
like the Iron Man villain, Mandarin.
Yeah.
Not just Iron. I mean, I guess he's a lot of people's villain, but you know what I'm saying.
Shang-Chi. Let's see.
Speaking of, did you ever see the old Iron Man cartoon or not cartoon? Well, I guess it was a cartoon, but it was a movie. The Invincible Iron Man, the anime.
Probably. I saw some of those.
Dude, that one got. I think it was PG-13, but that one's solid. Like, it's got some
Yeah.
good violence and stuff in it. I was like, wow, that's pretty good.
We're watching like some of the Earth's Mightiest Heroes
Yeah.
show, and the Wolverine versus Hulk, and
That's
was it
good.
Iron Man versus Hulk next,
Yeah.
or whatever they did next?
Yeah, they did the Thor versus Hulk.
Or
That's what it
yeah,
was.
yep, I think I've seen those. And
Yeah, those are both pretty good. The Thor one's not as good, but the Wolverine and Hulk one's pretty good. That's got Deadpool in it. Not Ryan Reynolds though. Different Deadpool.
yeah, he could do like almost a Loki, or like a
Really? Okay, I didn't see that. Interesting.
maybe like the comic, like the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Loki.
Yeah.
Like more the comic style with that outfit, and then or
Bro,
maybe Kite Man.
there's somebody random. There's so many things we can talk about, but
Boomerang.
should we? I just didn't. I was wondering if you thought the same as me,
No.
like if it clicked the same as it did, but it clearly did not.
It did not. No.
So that's fine. I was just gonna be excited if it did. I was hoping that it did, but whatever. It's no big deal. No.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna bother me for like 4 weeks straight. No big deal. Don't even worry about it.
I'll let you down.
Let's stop talking about it right now.
I will end it.
Okay, so let's talk about quaint little low budget, low box office movie that we saw over the weekend.
Mm.
It's not really the reason that people are here or anything.
Oh yeah, look at the title there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that title. Huh. And it's still early enough on. We're basically in the intro still. So
Yeah.
we need time to talk about it. People are gonna click on this being like, oh, sweet. Here's a movie review, and then get an hour and 40 minutes of nothing to do with the movie. I'm like, what is
They're
this?
like, what is this nonsense?
We might
It's
should-
entertaining.
We might should just end this episode here and start another episode to do like a movie review.
Maybe so.
Because we can and probably will talk about this for at least 2 hours on its own. And we've gone on like 12 different tangents.
Yeah. It's been a lot.
So I'm cool with talking about other stuff actually. or if we just go on another tangent and keep coming back to almost starting the movie review.
We just never.
And then-
We just leave the title of
and leave
this.
the title up and
We never talk
review.
about
We
it.
don't talk about one
That would be
scene.
so on brand.
Oh, we should almost do that.
That would be hilarious.
But we clearly won't because we're an hour and a half in. We wouldn't do that to you guys. But while we're on the subject, man, I really wanted to go off on something else. Oh, what did you think of the Percy Jackson adaptation from book to original movie with Logan Lerman and Alexandra Daddario? This is something totally wrong.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't read the book, so
I didn't read the books either.
so I don't. It seemed like a fun little thing, but
No.
apparently it wasn't accurate.
No,
so
let's not talk about Percy Jackson. I just wanted.
I like Nathan Fillion in the second one.
Was he in the second
Yeah.
one? Oh yeah, he's the post office.
He was
thing.
Hermes or whatever.
Yeah. He's the
Or I'm sorry.
guy.
I'm sorry to all the fashionistas. Hermes.
Man.
No.
That's like, oh, what's the dude's name that I always get wrong? Oh, Dennis Villanueva or whatever.
No, that was perfect.
Sorry, Denis.
And cut.
No, I always say.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, see, that's why I can't say it. Change your name, bro.
It's Fred.
Yeah, we'll make it American.
Oh, it's a
don't,
name. You can't change.
don't be French. What's wrong with you? Why would you choose to be French?
Even in Japanese, they say Asiko Shufata Denis Villeneuve, and then they continue.
Yeah.
Proper names are the same in every language.
Again, why be French? You can be
Why
anything.
if you could
Did you
be
not-
anything?
Did you not have parents that gave you confidence? You can be whatever you want to be. Why are you deciding to be
Oh.
French? I hope that he's the first famous person we interview. That would bring this full circle. No, I'm just kidding.
We love you.
We love you, Denise.
Please.
Please love us. No, we don't love French people. No.
Well, all right. Look, we're about to alienate one viewer from this
One viewer.
podcast.
No,
And it
90%.
happens to be Denis.
90% of our viewers have gone. Why do we have so many French viewers?
They like cinema, man. What can I say?
Yes, this is very cinematic.
What?
Oh, okay. So there is a thing that I really want to talk about, but it's kind of in reference to the title of the episode. So
Okay.
I'm really conflicted. Should we just
Hit me.
end this episode? So
I mean, yeah, we could
I mean, it's a nice little pocket episode. We didn't really
Yeah.
talk about anything. We could just
Yeah.
save this away for a rainy day when we don't have anything to. We basically just talked about ourselves and a couple random actors for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally fine with, but that's a long time to not talk about the subject.
Yeah.
Or we could do one of those YouTube things where you post the chapters, you know?
Oh,
and we
yeah.
just do intro, hour and a half,
Yeah,
and then
I-
we do start of movie at 1:41 or whatever
Yeah,
it
we
is.
could totally do that.
We could
But-
do that.
I thought you were gonna say where they do the little they take a snippet from later in the thing and put it at the beginning to
Oh,
get,
yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
you excited, but it's just an hour and a half,
We could do that too. We could do both.
and then we have the end.
Oh man.
Oh man,
We could just do this episode. I'm just gonna this episode.
no, bro, totally. Yes.
Yes.
100% agreement.
This episode could just be titled "The Intro." We just post it all on its own because we don't have.
Longest intro of all time.
We haven't talked about anything this whole time.
Without much further ado,
Without any further ado.
literally,
No ados.
so much ado before, but
Why are we
now-
using French words? I'm just kidding. Oh man. No, so what I wanted to talk about randomly was some Deadpool tech. But I was like, that's the thing that never happened, like that they didn't do in the movies, but I feel like it's totally appropriate to talk about in the
Sure.
episode that we have planned later for the Specific.
So even if we post this now, like we're referencing,
I know.
we're referencing that we're talking shop
Fix it in
in a
post.
pocket episode about another episode now.
Yeah.
This is very confusing.
Wait, how meta can you get before it's too meta?
I don't know.
Because we could turn this episode into a review of our episode of the movie review. We could start critiquing our own episode
Yeah, we could.
before we even record that episode. I don't think we did very good in the first 10 minutes, the intros.
Yeah, we definitely lost the plot
we do
somewhere.
Never had a plot, bro.
Right at the beginning. We did though.
Well,
we literally did.
Did we?
Yeah, we were gonna talk about Deadpool. That was the plot.
We were going to do
We
that.
literally lost it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was the point of us saying that this was going to be a pocket episode about a specific thing.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what we do about this episode now.
I guess because we danced around it so much, we didn't commit, and we should have just said, "Hey, this is what we're going to be talking about," and then
Yeah,
maybe that
but
would
we
have
tried,
served
but we
us.
wanted to talk about so much other bull crap. We got lost on Megamind for 40 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. This is good. This is good. What? I mean, I think this was a good episode. I think
Yeah.
it was nice and short. People will find it refreshing.
Yeah, maybe this will be the reason that a bunch of people don't subscribe.
Instead of all of the other reasons
Yeah.
that they have, this can be the
Maybe
main
this
one.
will be
I
something that we can point people to and be like, "Hey, if you can get through this short one,
Yeah.
you can get through the long ones."
Yeah, if you can get past episode 5, even though it's not.
because they're like
episode
longer versions, so the tangents are spread out a little bit more.
5. Oh no, this is gonna be so bad. I'm so excited for our 7 to 8 hour episodes that we're gonna have later on
Yeah.
with guests. I look forward to our lives in the future a lot.
Yeah.
As I'm sure our listeners do. They're like, what listener? No.
We appreciate you, specifically Matthew.
I was about to
for
say,
listening.
thanks, Matt. You are our rock right now, man.
Holding it down.
We're gonna have to have
Around
him on
YouTube
it sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, he would totally come on.
But the funny thing is nobody's gonna be able to tell you guys apart on the mic.
Oh,
It's just gonna sound like you're talking to yourself after the
really? We don't sound that much.
No,
alike, do
you
we?
don't. It's funny that you're close enough. Like you're definitely
Yeah,
related.
I suppose.
But yeah, Matt's got to come on for sure. He would have fun. We can
Yeah, he would like it. He's got a channel of his own.
I know. So follow.
It's Halo MCA. He's usually in the comments of these.
Yeah. Actually, can you guys?
He's supporting.
Can
fans.
his followers come follow us because he's got more views than we?
I don't
do.
think that's how that works. We can't shout out his
Shout out
subscribers
his
to come to us
subscribers.
if he hasn't been on here yet. Once he joined,
There you
then
go. Yeah, there we go.
then some of them might. But we'll
Dude,
see.
you know what'd be fun? You know who records really close to here and lives here? not here, but like close, is Theo Vaughn. Like, that would be awesome to just like, hey, can we do a podcast? Like I was thinking, I was like, when we do it in the studio that I was telling you about, like if we could like that first time we do it in the nice studio, we do it as a like a bigger interview.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But
Interesting.
I don't know.
Huh.
It'll be fun. I just think it'd be fun to get somebody.
That would be unusual.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird being in like a legit. We're gonna have our own sound system set up. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna get spoiled. We can't go back. No. I wonder what we should do for that. We should plan that out.
Yeah, no, we need to definitely plan that one out.
Like if we want that to be like a big, like the 100th episode, or do we want to do it sooner than that? I don't know.
Oh.
Dude, we got so many things to plan. So guys, here's what we're gonna do. We just plan everything out on this episode.
Yeah, this could be the one.
But all right, so let's wrap this up so that we can edit around it as best that we can. Fix it in post. And what is our? We finally decided on a sign off. So
Yeah, we did.
let's do that.
Who?
Let's do that.
Who did you talk to?
We'll do our previously agreed upon sign off.
All
now.
right, you start.
And no, you remember we agreed.
I do the intro. I think we've established.
Yeah,
this.
so you were the first one to talk, so I got to be the last one to talk. So you got to lead us out, and I finish it off. That's what we talked about. This man, this is what we agreed. I don't know why we're agreeing on air when we already agreed off air. Clearly, we do have a planned outro though, and
all right. So the next person to talk has a bloody nose.
what is that? I'm gonna end it there.
No, you are not getting away with that. There's the
That would be perfect.
What?
You just said that and I cut it off for real. That would have been funny. You should have said it just goes,
You're in here.
it just goes dead air for like
Get away
18
from
seconds.
Can't get away from this.
Okay, so
Or you'll actually have a bloody nose.
sorry, I phrased that wrong. The next person who doesn't talk will have a bloody nose. No, so before all the violence ensues, thank you guys for listening to our pocket episode, which we will definitely title movie review for Deadpool and Wolverine. That would be so awesome. But if you guys are listening to this, be sure to listen to the next episode because we will be reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine, just like we planned to do after.
So look for the one that's titled just a regular, a regular thing.
Titled something different. Literally. But yeah, no, we are going to do more of these pocket episodes, but they're going to be a little bit more planned. We enjoy the Stargate thing, but sometimes timing doesn't work out, and
there'll be more. There'll be stuff where it's like focused on a specific thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of
and
a
also
bunch of things.
We kind of had another plan for today, and that plan didn't work out exactly, so we weren't going to do a normal episode anyways.
That's true.
So this kind of turned into just whatever. We're already here. We're already in studio. We just want to talk and do something.
Exactly.
But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this nonsense. I mean, I know you guys are used to way more structure and professionalism, but this is we decided to let loose. We wanted to show you guys another side of us. So
see if you're prepared for that.
See if you're prepared. I'm not sure if we can ever release this, but if we do, just know.
You think we have standards right now?
We had no other options. we were forced.
I just looked over at the bees.
I was about to say we were forced into this by the bees.
The bees in the booth are giving us the thumbs up. They don't even have thumbs, so
they're telling us we're good to go.
So,
dude, I was talking to somebody while we were out of town, and they like a famous artist had come into the town that we were in, and they had painted a mural on the side of their library, the town's library, and they go around. I'll have to get the guy's name, but he goes around and does paintings of bees all around the world.
Nice.
To bring like awareness to like, hey, the bees are dying and stuff.
Yeah.
We all know the propaganda. Okay. No, but they were showing us, and the person that was showing us was super into it, and they're like, kind of like save the planet type people, which is good. But I was just making jokes all the time. They were not amused. I was like, what's funny is It's actually my buddy and I's podcast. We have a whole thing about bees. It's like, how they secretly run the world, and it's all propagated. They were like, they were not amused by the premise of our joke at all. And I was like, okay, well, not for everybody. Cool. Don't listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
But
You wouldn't get
no, I don't know. It's just really funny because I was like, oh, hey, bees. An interesting thing about bees. And then they were not interested at all.
a private fact about bees.
Yeah. They were like,
Related.
they just gave me the like, huh, okay. And I was like, oh, that's the polite, like, I care nothing about what you're saying. Got it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It's just funny. I was like, huh,
Hmm.
bee mural, huh, podcast, nice. Like, I think we've successfully mentioned it somehow on every episode. Like, whether intentionally or not, I think it's in everything.
Most of them, I think.
And it literally, we've never talked about bees ever before.
No.
It was strictly like a random podcast thing that just, now it's
It came up naturally.
Yeah, it's good.
It was.
That was a fun
I
one.
think. I don't remember why.
I couldn't tell you. That's what the beauty of it is.
But yeah.
It was probably something dumb that I said,
Or
I don't know.
I personally love bees, so.
Yeah, we love the bees, guys. With no gun to my head, we love bees.
Mm-hmm. It's the most interesting tasting vomit of any insect on the planet that we've tasted so far. So I think we just stop there and we're good.
We don't need to taste any other animal vomit.
Yeah.
We're good.
I think we're good.
We found the one first try. Man,
That was job well done.
Yeah, did we luck out on that? That was a short-lived experiment.
I'm glad they stopped there. For sure.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you guys. And we don't have an outro. We just do our. I think we just say goodbye. I think that's the best one for this.
I think Remy's brother Emil said it best when he's like, yeah, that's good. That's the most interesting garbage I've ever had.
Yep, sounds about right.